Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Draugen, or however you say the name of the game. I promise I will once actually look it up and actually say it correctly, but that day isn't this day. So, where are we? We are in the Fretland's house, and we buried a corpse yesterday, so we should go and relax for a bit, get some sleep, and read letters.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this. It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland.
And
My
what does it
dearest
say?
Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
The twins.
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
True.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason.
That's too much. That's going too far.
So very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
Was this here when we arrived? Cause I'd noticed, cause if you remember, I was here looking at this big chunk of meat. And there was nothing here, so did somebody actually go into the house, our house, and burn the thing down? No clue. No clue. I have absolutely no clue, but it's the prime time to go upstairs. Oh, you kinda startled me. I wasn't expecting you to follow me, okay? Yeah, it's prime time to go up the stairs and go where the coach was. But, I just realized that we haven't explored the upper area of the house. And we can find more clues here, so let's dig through it. Turn the page, cause I guess there's nothing to read here. What's the last? I looked at her drawings while she was out. She's got such an imagination. Wait, could we have read the last pages too? We can. Okay. Should we read everything? August the 3rd, 1923. This morning I had lemon juice in hot water with no sugar instead of tea. I also had half an apple and dry toast. I've been gaining weight lately. I read about this diet in the paper. It's apparently very popular in London. But I'm dreadfully hungry and crave fried eggs and sausages. Well, that's what you get. August 4th, the next day. We received an odd letter yesterday addressed to Johann. It's from an American gentleman, Mr. Edward Harden, that's me, of Hanover, Massachusetts. The letter was well written and very polite. Mr. Harden has received our information from Allison Police when he requested a contact in Gravik. I do wonder why they gave him Johann's name and not Frederick's, perhaps because our dear Margaret is no longer with us, and I'm better prepared to respond in English than Frederick. Okay. Mr. Harden inquired about his sister Elizabeth Harden, who's traveling on her own, Betty. Apparently, she's a journalist. Imagine that, crossing the Atlantic Ocean to write about Norway. It sounds wonderful. Well, it does, but at the same time, she got kinda lost, so not so wonderful anymore, is it? Letter said that Elizabeth telegraphed her brother from Ellen to inform him that she planned to visit Gravik. Why she'd wanted to come to this dreamy old place, I have no idea. There is nothing here worth writing about anymore. His sister hasn't arrived yet. If she had, I would have tired her out with questions about America, being a journalist and traveling the world on her own. She sounds so interesting. I hope she does come, even though she will surely be bored out of her mind. I mean, if she's a journalist, I don't think talking would bore her out of her mind, but whatever. Alright, Mr. Harden today. Johannes is not comfortable writing letters, especially in English. He agrees that we should invite Mr. Harden to stay here if he decides to come. After all, there are no guest houses in Gravik, and our spare room is rarely used. Okay, mind if I use it like right now? Because Alice was telling me to use it. But, Edward, I was not okay with it, so mind if I actually go to your spare room? Also, I have to admit, having a visitor from America sounds terribly exciting. August 5th. This morning I had a boiled egg and a buttered toast after Johan told me I was being silly and that I don't need to lose any weight, seeing as we're not in London and no one cares. You couldn't have been truer, Johan. Okay. So, next page. I wrote Mr. Harden to invite him to stay at the house if he decides to come. I am terribly excited. I do worry for his sister. I wonder where she could be. I wonder too. August 9th. There was an argument in the shop earlier today. Frederick was yelling at poor Astrid, claiming their goats had been grazing on his land. I wanted to speak up, but knew it only make him angrier. August 10. Johan went across the fjord this morning to purchase some necessities, including new fabrics, and to pick up the post. The letters have been piling up in the store. I sometimes worry the world has completely forgotten about us. It hasn't. It might. Had. August 17, like a week after the last entry. I finished another dress today. This one is for myself. There are no customers anymore. No one here needs another dress, and it's been ages since we visited the city. I hardly know anyone there, and who would want their dresses made in Gravik when they can have one tailored in Alessand? I don't know. I feel lonely today. I miss my dear Margaret so much after all these years. August 20th. I think Ruth is hiding something from me. She's been awfully secretive. She goes off on her own even more than usual, and her clothes are filthy. I don't mind her playing and exploring, of course. I always did regret Margaret and I not being allowed to run free when we were little. Ralph says she's just looking for flowers and pretty rocks. I shouldn't worry so much. Afraid to say, but you should have worried. Simon stopped by today with gift for Ralph, a whole bar of chocolate. He's a sweet boy, but Frederick would be furious if he knew. That was next day. And August 22nd, I asked Ruth if she plays up by Frederick's farm near the old mine. She promised she doesn't. I've never had reason not to trust her, but I still feel she's hiding something from me. Well, I think we all know what will be written on the last page. Wait, I actually want to read that. I looked at her drawings while she was out. She's got such an imagination. September 5th, 2 months after, or a month after the last entry. We received another letter from Mr. Harden. He'll be here in October as planned. I look forward to having someone else to speak with, if only for a few days. Not that Johannes isn't good company, but we have little to converse about outside of our daily routines. There's been no sign of Mr. Harden's sister yet. If she left Alessand weeks ago, where could she be? She may well have decided to stop along the way. We've heard nothing, but we so rarely speak with anyone outside Gravik these days. I do hope she's alright. I would hate for Mr. Harden to come all this way to no avail. Ruth is still being secretive. I know she's hiding something. One of these days I will follow her. September 9th. No church service again today. The vicar hasn't been back since the memorial service in July. Johannes believes he won't be back and that he has given up on Gravik like everyone else. I think I'm coming down with the cold. September 15th. Someone damaged our boat during the night. That's the third one this month. Johann suspects Frederick, of course. I fear something is bubbling to the surface again after all these years. I'm not at all feeling well and spent most of the yesterday and today in bed. Ruth was sweet and brought me potato soup and tea with honey and milk. So Ruth is still here and my sister Betty hasn't yet arrived. Okay. September 18th. She has left us. Our dearest Ruth is gone. I cannot believe it was Simon's doing. He too is now gone, and with him all hope Gravik had left in it. So after 3 more days since September 18, this happened. Well, by the looks of it, our sister Betty, if she even arrived in the second part of the September or the first part of the October. I actually don't really know what date it is currently. So I'm guessing everything was alright until September 18. Everybody was in the Gravik play area. I'm guessing this is the Ruth bedroom. Okay. We also have a balcony here, which we can go and out and look at the beautiful view we have. This place is really so beautiful. Like it really is. Very beautiful. All the mountains, the landscape here. It's very, very beautiful. But we need to continue going through the rooms, even though this isn't really what Edward would do. A locked room we have. A locked room. I wanna find the keys now. What was that? What's that? What's that? Is a storm brewing outside? Don't know. But it did the thing again. Just another bedroom. With not a lot of stuff actually. It's kinda empty. Can look at the photos. Can we look inside the trunk? We can't. Okay, I think that's all the rooms except the locked one. We've been here, right? Yes, we've been here. There aren't any rooms here, but there's something to read here. I'm guessing that's just music sheet, but we can actually play the piano. Wow. Draugen Waltz. Such a beautiful piece. I loved it. I truly did love it. But I think that's all we can do in the house. I think that's really all we can do in the house. And I guess I'm not borrowing the room, so actually there's this place. But as it seems, we can't go in there yet. Is she coming? Is Alice coming? Alice?
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Wow.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean,
How
we
did
just
you
got
get
here.
here?
It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. You're Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is.
No more teddy bears, Alice. I keep saying that, but I actually kind of enjoy when she calls me a teddy bear, so... We read this, right? We already read this. I think we read everything we can in this room.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Let's look at the mirror look in the mirror once again. Let's look at our pale, awful face.
You do look exhausted. Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in.
So sweet, Alice. So sweet from you. Go to bed. I'm trying to go to bed. I'm trying to go to the bed.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Go to bed. Okay. Let's place the hat first on this.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted.
Okay. Can we go to the bed now? We can.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
There are. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And are we approaching day 3? Yes, we are approaching day 3. Day 3 of our little isolation at Gravik. Or Gravik. Or however you say that. I like butchering words. I really do enjoy butchering words. And we're up. Finally. Is it middle of the night again? Oh, it looks like it's morning. Let's have a look at ourselves once again, because we need to have a look at ourselves every morning and every night before the sleep. That's the new rule I just made up.
Lissie!
Hey, Lissie. I'm coming.
Betty? Is that you?
Yes, unfortunately that's me and nobody else. Are you here? Yes,
This is
you
her
are.
room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth.
Yes, I've been here like
Can
yesterday.
you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever.
Depressed much?
Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic.
Edward, it's you
I'll help you
who's
look.
being dramatic, melodramatic.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet. She was 8. Ruth never
Corrected.
finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson, the curse,
Who's that figure supposed to be? It's creepy.
a figment of her imagination. But the box she drew, it looks like this box under her desk.
Yes, it
Really?
does.
Let me see. Pull it out.
Let's open the box and see what's inside. A lot of stuff,
What is
actually.
this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but
Ancient.
Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. They belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a
Yes.
child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin!
On
the
the
doll.
doll. Yes,
This
that's
is where
correct.
it came from. Her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
It's actually the same one is inside, like
Gravesite.
there you can see it.
Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures,
And if somebody
they
thought
might be
that
willing to
they
do
would make a
terrible
good
things.
money from this, you might be correct.
Still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe they left town after Ruth died.
What's the point of this? I should be
Maybe,
looking
maybe.
for Betty.
I hate you sometimes.
I hate you too sometimes, Edward.
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Edward, if you didn't catch that, that was a hint that she was telling you something. Ain't that the truth?
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her pet Draugen.
Hey, the
Draugen.
undead monster from those folk
I
tales.
finally know how to say it.
What an
Draugen.
odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Please? I will.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of
Draugen.
Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death.
Death. Okay.
Draugen haunts the Black Seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester. But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice.
Really?
Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living.
Ooh.
If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you
Yes.
think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
and- Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
Yes, I pity you too, Edward Charles Harden. But at this, the thing I wanted to say when you were reading, I just didn't want to overspeak, is that like you've been learning Norwegian for a couple of weeks, is it? And I mean, I know that I am a scholar, and that's kind of my thing to learn. But How do you know Norwegian so perfectly that you read that? How do you know, like, words like seaweed? Why do you know words like seaweed? Okay, I'm gonna quit questioning. I'm gonna quit questioning this. Is there anything else we need to check out? We checked out the bed. We checked out the painting there, the book there. I think.
What am I looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary. Something that could explain what happened to Ruth.
This is real life, not a whodunit by Agatha Christie.
Yep.
There won't be a convenient series of
Nice
clues
reference, though.
leading to a tidy conclusion.
Says you.
Says me. I don't know, to be honest, Alice. I don't know. Like, I'm searching for it. I really am. But
She made
here's
her
the
bed
bed.
that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did.
The same talk again.
It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the
Here's
world that
something.
matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
Seems like that's the truth. Division. I guess
She
this is
found
where she found the
Where's that
things.
supposed to be?
The cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
Her Viking treasure. Of course.
Yeah. Wasn't that obvious, Edward? Look at this.
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Yes.
Perhaps. They were
Because
on the
we
best of
look the
terms.
same.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Yeah. Kinda true, kinda not.
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
Well, she didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This
events.
is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
That
Church
is.
bell.
That is.
Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble.
Sorry, I just
I need to get to
closed
the
the
church right now.
door on your face.
To be the person you saw the other night. We
I
should be
told
careful.
you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Come
Go
on,
ahead.
come on, come on,
I'll
come
catch
on,
up
come
with
on.
you before you get there. I need a minute to think about
Really, Alice?
all of this.
Really? Now you're staying behind. You're always running forward. Okay. Let's go for it. Where's the church, though? There. We're going there. Really? That's far away. How do I get it up there? Well, I'm guessing this road here, but let's actually check the map first. I'm here, and we need to go to the church, which is there. Okay. Let's keep following the road here until we reach it. I'm thinking that's it, although I might be horribly wrong. That might be just spending my time on nothing and going the wrong way, but I really do think that that might be it. And it stopped ringing. Oh no, it hasn't stopped ringing. It's still going. Still going. Good job, Edward. Good job. You're not running out of your breath, but you're running the whole way. Good job, Edward.
July 24th.
Memorial service.
A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
Okay. No time to read the notes. Just go, let's go in.
Fresh graves.
Really?
Do you think that
How did you sneak up on me?
maybe
No.
Betty?
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward. Your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
Yeah, Alice, you're true, but don't say that I said that.
Why board up a church?
To keep
Good.
the ghosts from escaping?
Get
Power
her.
past the boards. There's someone in there.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Okay.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
I like the
Someone
answer.
lost their faith.
Can you peek through the boards?
I can actually remove the thing and just look what's there.
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Yes. Can we go where the...
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These
Is this giving you
boards are flimsy enough
heebie-jeebies?
to break.
Then break them. Wow, Edward, you did the thing.
Look at that.
You did a physical
Ethel.
activity.
Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello?
I don't think Betty's
This is
here.
Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
Rope.
What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
True. True
No.
that.
No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you. It's ghosts.
Ghosts.
So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the
Grovik?
one exit.
Maybe it
Or
was the
Gravik.
wind.
Or Grovik.
Church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind.
Edward, you're trying
There's
to
no one
get the
here.
rational answer. Pull it. I don't think
I don't
wind
like
has
that
such
sound.
such power.
Please stop.
Now there's also a chandelier
Lissie. Look. Betty's gloves.
and Betty's gloves.
They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she... She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves, her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're
Oh,
not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
Edward, I think we are going kinda insane, but at the same time, these really do look like
What happened
breadcrumbs.
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged.
And it,
And it didn't
didn't
survive.
survive. What's this?
The church book. A record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Why would
Her name
she
would
be
in the
dead?
book.
That doesn't even make sense.
Vandals. Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look,
Where?
we need to find all the pages.
Oh, these. Okay.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know.
I saw one
Let's make it a
here.
competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
This is the second one.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
Oh, come on, Alice. Come on, Alice. That ain't nice, Alice. That ain't nice.
Found another one.
What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Just
Well.
one more page missing.
That one more page missing is where? Here?
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
That's
What
a
does
sermon.
it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language.
Ah.
He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's
So
asking
nobody's
the
been here
congregation
since past
to
summer?
help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Maybe. Forgiveness, division, the curse. Forgiveness, division, the curse. Forgiveness, division, the curse. The division.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two,
It does.
between those who stood by
Grovik.
Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was
Grovik.
cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you.
This curse, if
is of
is
your
of
own
your
making.
making. Yeah,
Ruth's
yeah.
drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
True. And what about the forgiveness part?
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly, but I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture?
Yes?
They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us.
Good words. But I still haven't found the last page. Although
Isn't
we
this a
have
fire
candles
hazard?
here.
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
What about this?
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document.
I like the answer.
For he is
Scripture.
our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
So it was all about the separation and
Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
Wow. I like this game. I love this game. I really do love this game. Okay, well, what else? What do we have left here? Like
They
mess.
considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it,
Yeah.
this was an act of desperation and anger.
The people.
Final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
Okay. I really do think that's all, actually. I mean, the last page is nowhere to be seen. There's also this place,
Where are you going?
somewhere in the darkness.
Where are you going?
I'm here. I'm just checking out the place.
Where are you going?
Okay, Alice, I'm coming back. We have the rope again. Should we pull the rope again?
Stop it.
Okay. I just did it so you'd know that I actually came back. That was the reason, nothing else. I really am lost. I really don't know where the last page is. Maybe here. Oh, here. How did I miss this?
2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy.
Stop,
old bean.
Lissie. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Betty, Betty, Betty. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
That was a bit harsh, Alice. But at the same time, I know where that's coming from. So...
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
And what did they do?
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps
Oh.
they blame that on the curse as well.
I don't think it's really a place where many people live and many people reproduce, but... all of them are cursed?
Look here. Ruth
Mark.
Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single
What does that sound?
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive
Nah.
superstition.
Yeah.
But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom.
For Arthur.
Foredar.
Traitor.
Traitor. Turn page. So the last steps
Edward?
were...
What's wrong?
Final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I'd know. I'd know.
Yes,
Teddy.
that's correct.
See
You
for
would
myself.
know.
It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me!
And where are we going exactly?
You better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you.
Where? Where are we going? Are we searching the grave sites?
This one. It's...
Are we digging up it?
What are you doing?
Are we
Have
digging
you
the
gone
grave up?
completely mad?
Have you gone completely mad? Said
Edward,
Alice.
Stop it!
Thank God. It's not her.
Really?
It's not Betty. It's
Edward.
not her.
Edward.
Oh,
You messed up, Edward.
what have you
You really messed up, Edward.
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You messed up.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like
Or
that.
what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just... leave me be.
Fine.
Lissie?
Wow.
Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back.
Okay.
I need you.
Okay. Okay. Now. Oh, she's here.
I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No!
She left again. But I see her.
Lissie.
Lissie.
Hey,
Stay put, Lissie.
Lissie, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
We can talk to her.
Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
Edward, you kinda do. I kinda do.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day?
Alice.
That I'm your puppet, your little plaything.
Don't wanna
Fuck
ruin.
you, Edward Charles Harden. I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase.
Now, be reasonable.
Don't wanna ruin your chain of thought, but from the fact that you are disappearing and appearing again, I think yes, I can control you if I really try to.
What are you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me.
Stop.
I need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no. What? No!
Alice?
Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick, Edward.
Okay, the
Your
entity.
mother and father would be ashamed.
Guys, sorry for the weird cut here. My space on the hard drive was insufficient for the recording, and you missed like nothing. You can still read the subtitles here, and we're continuing.
Their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child.
Who's this entity?
We are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone.
Probably.
Do not forget.
No, never.
Crazy
Never.
much? Mad?
Never forget. I am never alone.
Edward, it depends on what way you say that. Because from the looks of it, you're alone, but you aren't alone in your mind. So I hope
Wake
everything's
up,
gonna be
Edward.
alright. Hey, entity.
Stop hiding.
You.
Where you go, we go, Edward. You cannot hide from us.
Where's Lissie?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back.
She ain't
Please.
here because she never
I need
was.
her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
I think of you so often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
True.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to you. Listen.
Alice.
Oh,
Well. Well. Alice. Please.
please. Lissie,
Listen.
listen. You can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
Oh, Entity, hello, you're back.
Do you ever meet my father?
Alice does not want to speak with you.
And what about you? Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I don't need God's help. I need Lissie.
Do you though? Did you ever?
Of course,
What's going on, Edward? What's going on in your head, Edward? Are you even Edward? Is anybody anybody? Who's the entity? Who's Alice? Does Betty even exist? What's happening? Where is she?
Lissie? Lissie! Lissie, get back here.
Maybe she's in the closed
Alice?
room.
Please.
Nope.
Don't vanish on me. Where did you go? Lissie?
Lissie?
Lissie! Lissie, get back here.
Lissie, where are you, Lissie? The entity. The entity. The big angel stone thing. Where are you? Where is she? Oh, in the kitchen.
Don't go. Hear me out. Alice, I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
Correct.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, Teddy Bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
You're a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
Edward, you're the monster of yourself. You're the cause of all of this. You're the culprit here. Where did you go now, Alice?
Alice? Please.
Upstairs? Outside? This episode is getting too long. Alice, where are you? So game told me to not go out. Okay. She ain't here.
I gave you this jacket. Betty,
Okay, now we found the Betty's jacket.
you were here.
I guess we shall put this jacket on the mannequin we have in the room. But I'm guessing all of the clothes are just our imagination. Okay, I guessed wrong. We aren't putting this on. But we are going up into the roofed room. Alice, quit playing games on me, Alice.
Lissie, I'm tired of chasing you. I'm trying to talk to you. Alice, be reasonable. Lissie, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which
Jesus
means
Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Betty,
She must have...
Betty.
You too,
You
Dante.
love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done that we haven't? What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What?
Oh, you know that they're not real.
You decide what is real. We are real to you.
It will never be the same.
Okay. So you actually know
does
what's
not
real and what's
want
not.
you.
Who are you talking
Why
about?
do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
Ah,
Like father.
shooting himself?
Bang! Right in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
Not us. We're always here for you.
I beg you.
You are never alone.
Stop.
Never alone.
Leave me alone, both of you.
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
You do, really.
You're alone.
Good.
Lissie.
I don't think Lizzie's coming back, my friend. I don't think Lizzie's coming back. And with that, it's actually the end of the episode, because this episode has gone for a little too long. I don't know how much of the game is left, but let's see if we actually find Betty, if she is actually real or not. But from the words that Lissie and the entity said, she's actually real, but she, as my father and my mother, both will go away and die because of me. Okay, that's that. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe to see more. Leave any comments. Leave any feedback. That we really appreciate it. And I'm gonna catch ya later. Bye.